Afternoon. Here is the news at 4. First, the highlights. Leader Musa Kamara for crimes against humanity. And in sports, Nigeria's D Tigers to face France in ongoing 2024 Olympics. Now the details. I am Akan Usen. The Lagos State government has issued a stop work order to illegal dredgers and owners of illegal containerized cargo terminals along the Ikorodu waterfront areas of the state. For waterfront to protect the state waterfront from environmental degradation and life and property along the coastal areas. Alebeshu explained that the ministry will not hesitate to close down companies if they do not adhere to the rules and regulations governing waterfront infrastructure development in the state, which include coordination of dredging and reclamation activities. He sounded a note of warning to all companies and individuals in the business of sand dredging, stockpiling, reclamation, and shoreline extension and development on the waterways without valid approval or permit from the state government through the ministry to do so immediately or face the wrath of the law. Special advisor to the Lagos State Governor on political, legislative, and civic engagement, Afolabi Tajudeen, has reaffirmed Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's commitment to addressing the needs of Lagosians amid the ongoing economic challenges. He said this at the presentation of checks to another set of over 100 beneficiaries of the financial assistance program held at the conference room of the Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement, Alausa Ikeja. Tajudeen, while welcoming the beneficiaries, said Sanwo-Olu's administration is fully committed to ensuring that every resident feels supported and valued, regardless of the difficulties they face. Reiterating the role of each resident in maintaining peace and stability in the state, he appealed to all Lagosians to uphold law and order in the face of the planned protest. The police in Lagos State has reassured residents of their safety as the End Bad Governance in Nigeria protests commence in the state. Commissioner of Police in the state, Adegoke Fayoade, gave the assurance, saying protest is a fundamental right, but it must be conducted in a peaceful manner, not to infringe on the rights of non-protesters. Fayoade said men and personnel have been deployed to every part of the state to forestall any incident.
Advice to residents is that they should come out and go about their business. The security outside is very intact, very adequate. Nobody will be molested, nobody will be harassed by any laws whatsoever. Our men are everywhere, and my assurance is that they should come out. They shouldn't just entertain here and remain in their homes, in their houses. We have created a situation where they can come out and do their normal duties, day-to-day duties.
Meanwhile, the Ogun State Police Command has assured residents of robust security measures to maintain peace and order amid the End Bad Governance in Nigeria protests. Commissioner of Police in the state, Mustafa Alamutu, while addressing police officers and other security agencies deployed to MKO Abiola Stadium, urged them to uphold civility, courage, and professionalism, emphasizing the need for discretion in handling any provocations during potential protests. Alamutu noted that as of now, there have been no protests in Ogun State, and he will continue to oversee routine patrols and visibility policing to prevent any disturbances.
The protest has been restricted to certain locations in the state. That is their right. Let us respect that right, so long as they remain peaceful. The important thing is for you to conduct yourself professionally don't display any misconduct that will fuel any unnecessary crisis. Assist them where necessary if they should come out. But bear it in mind that nobody will fold his hands and watch any misguided people, persons destroy or vandalize government property or to cause harm to any law-abiding citizen.
The police commissioner explained that for emergencies, residents can contact the police at 0915 9578 888 or use the control room numbers on 0906 2837 609 or 0912 0141 706 0915 1027 369 and 0708 4972 994, while further updates will be provided via the Ogun State Police Command's social media channels. And now to the rest of the stories. The Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) has set up free legal support services for anyone whose fundamental human rights may be violated as a result of the ongoing hunger protest. NBA's president Yakubu Maikiao said the directives have been sent out to all chairpersons of the 130 branches of the association to take up any case of breach of fundamental human rights of persons involved in the protest. Maikiao also advised participants to go about the protest peacefully while urging law enforcement agents to be professional and respect the human rights of others in the discharge of their duty. He noted that a situation monitoring committee has been set up to monitor activities between law enforcement agents and protesters. The Nigerian Girls Guide Association (NGGA) has inducted 3 new matrons to advocate for the cause of young girls. These matrons are wives of the Lagos State Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Mrs. Ali Balogun, the Executive Secretary, Lagos State Technical and Vocational Education Board, Ronke Aziz, and Chairperson, Nigerian Association of Women Journalists, NAWAJ, Lagos State Chapter, Adeola Ekine. For Nigerian Girls Guide Association, Modupe Akingbeshote said the association is honored to welcome Ekine as a matron, recognizing her as a role model and advocate for young girls across the nation. In her acceptance speech, Ekine expressed her gratitude for the honor and reaffirmed her commitment to supporting the Girls Guide's mission of fostering leadership, community service, and personal development among young girls. She added that Nawaj's primary role is advocating for the rights of the girl child, while guiding and mentoring members of the Girls Guides Association will be an additional responsibility and duty. Now to foreign news. A court in Guinea has sentenced former military leader Musa Camara to 20 years in jail for crimes against humanity. Guinea's criminal court announced its verdict after a 2-year trial over the leader's deadly suppression of an opposition rally at a stadium in the suburbs of the capital, Conakry, in 2009, which saw his forces kill at least 156 people and rape 109 women. The court had announced the charges, which included murder, rape, torture, and kidnapping, will be classified as crimes against humanity before sentencing Camara and 7 other military commanders. It also ordered compensation to be paid to the victims, running from 200 million to 1.5 billion Guinean francs. Meanwhile, some of the victims' relatives lauded the verdict as justice at last, while others said the penalty for Camara, who escaped from prison in November last year during an armed jailbreak but was later recaptured, was not enough. And away from all that, now sports. Nigeria's senior women's basketball team, the Tigers, is hoping to continue its fine form at the Paris 2024 Olympics when it takes on host France in their second Group B game. The African champions, who are ranked 12th in the world, put on a great display at the Pierre-Moreau Stadium to beat the world's third-best team, Australia, 75-62 in their opening game, ending the 20 years without a win at the Olympics. The Tigers will be looking to land another surprise blow and claim its first ever successive win at the event. And that's all for the news. At 4 just before we go, slow down at road junctions, intersections, and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration initiated 500 hectares rice farm technology intervention project? You can get more details on the Lagos State government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State government has issued a stop work order to illegal dredgers and owners of illegal containerized cargo terminals along the Ikorodu waterfront areas of the state. The Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) has set up free legal support services for anyone whose fundamental human rights may be violated as a result of the ongoing hunger protest. We also told you that a court in Guinea has sentenced former military leader Musa Dadis Kamara to 20 years in jail for crimes against humanity. And in sports, Nigeria's senior women's basketball team, the Tigers, is hoping to continue its fine form at the Paris 2024 Olympics when it takes on hosts France in their second Group B game. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Olowoporoku. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon.